The parents at two schools that sit near a facility that put potentially cancerous toxins in the air are speaking out in an interview that you will see only here on Wink News. We broke this news last Thursday of how LESAR, American Contract Systems facility in Fort Myers, has been spewing cancer-causing chemicals for more than a decade. And now Wink News reporter Jolena Esperto joins us. Jolena, how are parents reacting once they heard the news?
They're angry at the company, terrified for the kids, and frustrated. They have so many questions and so few answers. For 12 years, the people living near and working in the LESAR's American Contract Systems plant have been breathing in what the Environmental Protection Agency calls toxic air. Located along Adelmo Lane in Fort Myers, east of Metro Parkway and south of Pagefield, the facility has spewed ethylene oxide, or ETO, into the air since 2011. Parents of nearby Evangelical Christian School now fear their kids will get cancer.
Our kids aren't just numbers, they're faces, they have personalities, they have strengths and weaknesses. They're people, we're people, and I just want my kids to feel safe at their school because they always have. The school has always been a saving grace for my kids. They love going to school, they love being there.
Bethany Compens is a mother of two at the school. Her kids have been going there since 2020, and before that, they were attending a Montessori school at Fort Myers, another school in the ETO zone. The EPA says prolonged exposure can cause breast cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and many other cancers. American Contract Systems says more than a year ago, the plant started to install advanced air cleaning equipment that it says will reduce its ETO emissions by 99.9%, and the system should be online next month. Alexis Horn, mother of a 3-year-old son who has been attending school in the impacted zone for half of his life, wants change now. That's why she wrote this letter to Lee County Commissioner Pendergrass.
Everyone's pointing their fingers at each other and saying that their hands are tied to do anything. I want actual action to ensure that this company is going to stop poisoning the village neighborhood and the schools and workplaces that they're operating in.
And it is important to note the LESAR's American Contract Systems plant is in full compliance with all federal regulations. It wasn't until years after the facility opened that researchers realized how toxic the air is. The EPA has proposed new regulations, and today is the last day for the public to offer its feedback. I've put a link for you to do so at winknews.com and on the Wink News app.
Jolena, thanks. Today, Congressman Byron Donalds put out a statement about the cancer-causing gas coming from the LESAR plant in Fort Myers, and it reads in part, "The consensus is that there is no public hazard for citizens in the discharge zone. Additionally, the ACS plant is near the completion of implementing a voluntary discharge control system to capture additional carcinogens, ultimately lowering ETO emissions by over 99.9%. He also says, lastly, I too share the public's frustration concerning the inadequate handling of the dissemination of information to the people that have caused undue panic and anxiety for countless families."